Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Vinny. And holy crap, we have the crypto Enron Theranos combination going bankrupt. What the hell kind of waves is that going to create in the crypto market? We're going to tell you a little bit of a wild story about how the hell we got here, and then talk a little bit of shade at some other crypto or financial influencers.
Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks.
All right.
Yeah,
We are
don't forget.
big crypto guys.
Yeah, totally. I have like 0.05% of my net worth in crypto, but whatever. Hey, if you want to play around with it, it's fine, but you got to know your asset allocation. This stuff is ridiculous, okay? But this really harkens back to this nice tweet. We got Michael Burry coming out and chiming in and saying, like, hey, bro, told you so. He tweeted this November 9th, and he referenced back and quoted himself from June 2021. The guy has got a little bit of autism, in case you were not aware. But he's talking about how if you don't understand how much leverage there is in crypto, you know nothing about crypto. Did you happen to know that this FTX enterprise that went bankrupt was offering up to 10x levered ETFs within their platform?
No, I do know that Tom Brady was touted. He's having a rough time right now.
Just a little bit. Well, he won a game today in
He
Munich.
did. He
That's
did.
awesome.
Just now.
Hey. Yeah. So this is Sam Blankman-Fried's Twitter account here, and he's talking about this is basically his apology series of tweets. But even he didn't understand how much leverage he had. He thought he had zero. Turns out I have 1.7x. And he goes, and I had enough cash to be 24 times the normal daily withdrawals, but I didn't have enough to meet it on Sunday. Yeah, that's what you call a little bit of a liquidity crunch, just a little bit.
How do you not know that? I don't like. How do you like? Your whole job is to know that
Yeah,
answer.
yeah. Yeah, yep, I agree. This was such a big kind of market mover for crypto. This is Bitcoin, right? The granddaddy of cryptocurrencies. And look at how much this thing was volatile this week in response to this news story. You know, just for 20,000 not to 16.
Yeah. Um,
Wild.
I do have one share of a Bitcoin or whatever it is. I don't
Yeah,
even know.
it's called a Satoshi. Is the smallest unit of a
No, it's
Bitcoin.
like whatever $150. It's like almost nothing of
Yeah,
a Bitcoin. I got it from
yeah,
Robinhood for putting money in a Robinhood, and I can't sell it because.
nice.
So what actually happened? Right, this was kind of a crazy, ridiculous thing, but basically SBF, we're gonna refer to him. He's the CEO, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so he was scrambling to raise money from venture capitalists, and he went to Binance on Monday night. Okay, they said in the beginning, our hope was to be able to support FTX's customers to provide liquidity. They then tweeted, "The issues are beyond our control or ability to help." For people who were not watching this, this was a little bit of a roller coaster because initially it came out that they're going to help. They're going to buy FTX and they just have to do some due diligence first, but everything's going to be fine. And then like 24 hours later, nah, we ain't touching it. It was a bad
oh,
idea.
brah,
Yeah.
hands
Right?
off.
Just to show you how big of a deal this was, it's hard to show the biggest crypto exchange. If you go by volume, Binance is like 10 times everything else. Coinbase, let's just say, is one unit. FTX is a little bit lower, which is dead. Um, there are other exchanges, just to show you how ridiculous crypto is. You get different information depending on what site you click on. So, but that's not great. FTX Arena's right here.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I
Dunsies.
know, right? It was like a 10-year deal or something like that. They also sponsored the MLB last year. Lots of big name
NASCAR.
sponsorships.
Yeah.
NASCAR. Yep.
So, what actually happened? Like, why did it crash? All right. So, Binance CEO, this is the big dude. We're going to call him CZ. He's got a long name, but he goes by CZ. He invests in FTX in 2019, but sells a stake in 2021 and was paid 2.1 billion worth of FTT. What is FTT, Vinny?
Basically, just like McDonald's bucks. The completely useless item in retrospect here. That's what they did. They printed a currency and then they sold something for their currency.
Right. FTT is the token that FTX uses. So,
Mhm.
leaked balance sheet shows that SBS crypto trading firm Alameda Research is heavily reliant on FTT stability. CZ, due to recent revelations on November 6th says, I'm going to liquidate everything. I don't want to touch this. Okay? That news comes out. Everyone sees it and they're like, I guess they're invested in a platform and they're like, well, they won't be able to handle this. So why are you invest in the platform in the first place? I don't know. But everyone sees it and they're like, well, I got to take my money too. So everyone starts panic selling. All right? FTT price drops like 72% immediately. Like, what are you gonna
This
do?
is the equivalent of taking a loan from your wife, just so you understand like how ridiculous it is to have one arm of a company that's owned by the same person taking kind of using FTT token as collateral from one side to the other, just completely inbred financing. That's what we call that.
Inbred Financing. If you guys can give us a
Yep.
like and subscribe for Inbred Financing, it's our new business we're going to start.
Yep. So just to show you how completely asinine the valuations can get into like this crypto realm here. This is FTX's valuation based upon it was a private entity, but based upon its funding rounds. You're talking about a company that was started in 2019. A year later has a 1.2 billion dollar valuation. Then 2 years later has a 32 billion dollar valuation, making SBF, the CEO here, worth about 16 billion dollars at the peak. Now it's worth nothing.
Yeah, yeah. Some were saying it was worth up to 30 to 50. Most were saying 32. Crazy, dude.
Yeah. The kind of part that I find hilarious is that if you actually smooth out a chart of like a completely crappy like alt shit coin, that's basically what this company was in retrospect here.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's definitely like pick any failed coin.
Yep, exactly. So this is just a headline from the actual bankruptcy filing. The real kind of question is how exactly do we get here? All right. So this is Sam Bankman-Fried. He is the son of two Stanford economists. In case you didn't know that, he is an MIT graduate, bachelor's degree in physics, minor in mathematics. He started at Jane Street as a high frequency trader. Immediately after college, that was his one and only job, basically between being the CEO of this, multi-10 billion dollar company, and and college. Yeah.
Okay.
But perhaps at 30, he was still the most qualified senior person there, which kind of makes sense. Everyone else there is like a little speck tadpole.
Emotional damage.
Okay.
I know. This is their corporate structure too. Does this scream to you that we really have our stuff figured out and that this is like a well-run organization, or is this just like entities trying to sell and trade to other entities within the corporation?
This is the most confusing roadmap. I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
It reminds me of the book Smartest Guys in the Room. It is about the Enron story, and they talk about how they created all these subsidiary units where they could hide losses, and how one unit would sell to another unit at a different price in order to generate a paper profit, even though they were all held by the same entity. That's what this strikes me as when I look at this. I mean, obviously, I'm looking at this in retrospect. I never dug into them before this whole thing, but now we're looking at it. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, this is plain as day. So this young lady here, she is the CEO of Alameda Research. Alameda Research actually predates FTX. Okay. So that's the origin story is that they wanted to trade crypto, high frequency trading, and that they wanted to create this platform in order to be able to facilitate it a little bit better. There's this great interview clip of her from 2018, I want to say, or like not 2018, I remember 2018, where they asked her about how complicated the math was. Don't get me wrong, she has a math degree from Stanford. All right. She's 28, by the way, at the time, this time. And they asked her, how complicated is the math it takes to run this like quantitative, kind of crypto hedge fund? And she was like, well, it's elementary level.
Okay. It's a little presumptuous.
You know how she got the job, allegedly? Have you heard this rumor yet?
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, she's apparently SBF's girlfriend.
Okay, solid. Nice.
Yeah. And then this young lady here is actually in charge of risk management. She's also in her 20s. Her first job before this was Credit Suisse. We know they're really good at risk management over there. Pillar of risk management in society.
Yeah, no, they tanked after like what was that Virgin Galactic? It was that thing, right?
What haven't they tanked after? Archegos Capital was them. They're just literally involved in every piece of garbage that there is. Right? Do you want to do this takeaway?
So essentially, this just kind of reaffirms the belief, or the problem with crypto and NFTs. By the way, people, I don't know, just forgot that this was a thing. Like $5 million apes are like $100,000 now. Still crazy, but crypto prices are supported entirely by the belief in their future. So there's no fundamental underpinning assets or cash flow, with the exception of stablecoins. But basically, this means that crypto's value solely depends on what others are willing to pay for it, making it subject to erratic price behavior. I've gotten in so many arguments with people who are into crypto, and it's not an argument. If you want to throw your money at it, go for it, right? Don't all of it, though. I mean, I'm putting all my money in Baba, so I have nothing to say here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get wrecked when you put too much into one thing. Now, this story still isn't over with. This is still evolving up to like this minute. Okay. Now, this is actually a headline from, I would say, New York Times from yesterday. They're talking about after this bankruptcy filing, right, which happened this week, $550 million in funds have now been, mysteriously vanished and transferred out of the exchange.
Okay. And they're saying it was a hack?
Yeah, they're saying it's a hack. It was somehow malware got in there. They're not exactly sure. FTX is working with the authorities trying to track down this hack. Then this is other little lovely tidbit here. So, yeah, you've ever been on Flight Radar 24? This website?
Mm.
So it's a website that allows you to like track flights, and it's kind of cool. And it also will show you what is like the most tracked flight in the world. The most tracked flight in the world yesterday was this flight here going from the Nassau, Bahamas, where FTX is headquartered and where SBF lives, down to Argentina.
Oh my goodness. Did this happen after the hack?
I'm not sure exactly the timing of the hack. He did kind of reach out to, I forget what news enterprise, and say, I'm not on that plane. The rumor is other people from his inner circle are on that plane. There's the rumors in this, they're going to make a movie out of this at some point. Allegedly, him, his girlfriend, and like 8 other people live in the same building in the Bahamas, and it's just like how do I put this in a PG-13 way? A cadre of Roman-esque behavior, the Roman orgies famously.
Roman orgies. Yeah, famous. They're famous for Roman orgies. Nothing else, just the orgies.
Just the orgies, yeah. That's allegedly like what sort of lifestyle is being lived here by this inner circle of FTX while they blew billions of dollars. I mean, don't get me wrong, that girl is one of them. Smash her passes. Yeah.
And give us a like and subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. So the best thing about this whole thing is that the memes have been spicy. This was actually my favorite one I saw on Twitter.
Oh, this is rough.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty realistic kind of representation, I think. I'm pretty sure I could take those people out of the lineup. What do you think?
That's what she said.
This is rough. I'm not going to comment.
Yep. So, I feel bad for the people that lost money in this whole thing, but like, whew, there was more red flags in this field than like, Dylan's prom dates. Okay.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. All right, guys. Let us know if you have been following this or in crypto at all. If you are in crypto, I would really like for someone I just don't understand. It just seems like such a bad idea. So, but I'm investing in Chinese companies, so it's what it is.
Exactly.
All right.
Get to the next one.